there. This is Bill Catridge here with the legendary rock star Dicky McFeely here for Rolling Stone. We're doing our live broadcast here for RollingStone.com, and we're proud and we're lucky to have Dicky McFeely here. So, Dicky, anyway, so how's business been on your neck of the woods?
Listen to this. Pretty good. That'll probably be on the new album.
It's pretty amazing to all you that heard that right now live going down.
I'm self-taught, actually. I can't read music a lick, but I am self-taught on the guitar, the mandolin, the banjo, and the xylophone. I'm sorry, what was the question?
The question was for you, rock star Dicky McFeely. Well, I'll get to the question in a second. First, I would just like to say how surprised and how welcome we all feel to have you here, because you don't do a lot of interviews, do you?
Not too many, actually. I've had some. Barbara Walters was very rude. She's very terse. She's not a people person, you know?
I know what you mean.
She doesn't make small talk. She's all business, and I care about people, you know? That's why I do this. It's for the people, because I know they need to know how I express myself through my music, where I get my inspirations, and my libations.
Anyway, the question, how's business been? Not business, but how's business been on your neck of the woods?
Pretty good. We just wrapped up a tour of, we were in Bulgaria and Kazakhstan. We stopped by Norway. We have a huge following in Norway. I want to say hi to all my Norway fans. I believe they're called Norwegians. But we're very big there, very large. Last night I played a show. There was about at least 75 people there, and they were nuts. It was a nice show. One woman actually exposed herself, and
she showed her vagina.
No, just the upstairs. She didn't show the lower, but the upstairs. They were real small and sick looking and disgusting. I almost threw up a little bit right in the middle of my set, but she tried, you know, and that's when my music can move someone to expose the filthy, disgusting, lopsided nipples. Then, you know, I know that it touched her in her heart, you know, and she can feel what I'm feeling when I'm performing these songs.
That's amazing to hear. I've been reading up on the Dicky McFeely forums on DickyMcFeely.com. You got a pretty insane fan base, well, one of the largest in the world for any rock star, and you have a lot of dedicated fans, a lot of people who get your music, a lot of people who sync to the T within your music, a lot of people that. There's a tattoo section. There's a lot of Dicky McFeely tattoos out there. A lot of girls are getting your face now tattooed on their bosoms or butt area. How does that make you feel to have your name and have your image being tattooed on millions of girls nationwide?
Well, you know, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't think it was a little flattering. Yeah, I mean, I saw this one bloke. He had NWO for life on his upper arm, his bicep muscle, but then he went back and he got NWO with a circle and a line through it. Like, no, it's not the NWO for life. And under that he had Dicky McFeely. So the finished product said Dicky McFeely for life. And that made me feel super inside, like a superstar.
You are a superstar. I can't speak very well because it's like being in a church or something. Next question, if you don't mind. You said you just finished up a tour. Are you currently looking for a second stint at the touring this year, or how's that going to work out for you?
I don't know. It's always really hectic. we just finished this one up. We might head over to Brownstown next. We have a big fan base in Brownstown, Illinois. Probably 3/4 of that town own at least one of my records on either vinyl or an actual CD.
That's amazing. I know a lot of your fans in Brownstown. I know a lot of people there were the ones that first got you started when they found your cassette demos, that you started passing around. I know one of the moderators on DickyMcFeely.com is from Brownstown. He's one of your first fans. His name's Jeff Gossett, and he just runs with it all. I mean, he just knows what the business is. Next question. You had a big hit in the '80s. This is one question that I've wanted to ask you for ever since it came out, and I'm sure a lot of journalists like myself have wanted to do. And the question of a lifetime is, you had a big hit in the '80s, stateside with your single "Lick Your Baby," and it was a very controversial song. Can you tell us a little bit about all the talk surrounding that album and like what everyone had to say negatively or positively?
Well, it's a little bit of a sore spot for me, but see, people heard the song and they got a little offended. They thought that I was singing about one thing when I was in reality talking about something entirely different.
And let me just say, sorry to interrupt you, but the why I'm bringing this up is the lyrics. The lyrics go, "Pull down your diapers, get ready for my love. Don't cry to mama, or you'll get it in the bum." And a lot of people, I guess, mistook that.
I know a lot of people don't know that bum, over in Britain, we say bum a lot, and you could substitute it for ass in the States. Okay, diapers, that just means trousers. And a lot of people, they tried to inject this element of like pederasty into it, and it wasn't that. It was totally false. I mean, it was about two grown adults, not infants. I mean, but people twist it around because people, I will say any publicity, bad publicity is good publicity, So I took it in stride, and we sold a lot of albums, okay? A lot of time, people bought it to see what all the stink was about, and but then they found some killer guitar licks, and they ended up being quite pleased with the album.
Killer guitar licks and killer lyrics. I know that album, and I had to buy it 2 or 3 times over because I wore it out so much.
I know. A lot of people did that. A lot of people have told me that. They wore it out because it was so... I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's a classic album.
I agree. It ranks right up there with Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones.
So the self-titled LP. Also, the Beatles album.
Called The Beatles.
Everyone has that one. And it's a lot like it.
And another thing, there seems to be a lot of infant activist groups trying to pinpoint you down to, and a lot of people ended up, you almost get put in jail one time for another one of your songs called "I Am Your Father, I Will Tuck You In. I will pull open your underwear and stick it in for you. You are my infant daughter, and I would like to come in you a whole bunch."
I didn't even write that song. First off, that was Jimmy Steinman. He's worked a lot with Meatloaf, and they've had some big hits together. He also wrote some songs for Bonnie Tyler and Celine Dion. Believe it or not, I believe she lives in Nevada now. It's a beautiful state. But yeah, people can take what they want from my music. People listen to Stairway to Heaven, for instance, which a lot of people compare me to Jimmy Plant and Robert Page, and they try to say that we're peas in a pod, we're all legends, and I don't want to say that, but I will say people have said that. not myself. I don't do that, but you know, they try to say Stairway is about a woman that is dying, but you know, for all we know, they could have wrote that song about a pet shop. You know, I mean, who's to say what is what? Music is how you interpret it.
I agree. There was just a lot of activist groups who immediately heard the song and just, I guess, mistook you for someone who would actually do that to an infant or a young girl or a young boy. I know for me, when I heard that song, I didn't have any of those feelings personally as a fan. What it made me do is want to, you know, get cleaned up a little bit and try to help some people out, not what they think. I know there's a lot of congressmen, a lot of here in the USA, a lot of U.S. Congress trying to get your albums canceled and just wiped out, to try to get your name wiped out when you didn't do anything wrong except for express your creative muscles. The song Chumbawamba doesn't actually want you to go out and drink the piss again. It wants you to drink a beer. Your song, Lick Your Baby, doesn't really want you to go pull down diapers and get ready for some love and to stick it in an infant. It's wanting you to go out and help clean up someone, go out and help start a YMCA.
Exactly right. A lot of people, I mean, like I said, my music is very subjective. People interpret it in different ways, and the way that you just gave as an example, it was very positive, you know. And but I'm sure there's people out there that would take what you said and they would switch it around and turn it into a negative. But those people, I mean, they're the devil, you know. They don't know me. They don't know about my music, you know. So they can go bloody hell.
I agree. I've never been against them, or I've never been with them, I mean. Like your music teaches, don't be against actual people. Try to get along with everyone. It's just when someone misinterprets it, and then that's where the trouble starts, that misinterpretation. So they're the ones who should get the legal advice and the counseling and the possible jail time like they tried to stick you with. How's that make you feel when, you know, you got tens of millions of fans that think the same way I do? I've checked your website. I've checked the forums. You got a lot more backers than voters in a year. Every 4 years, do you think that many people vote? Tens of millions? Nope, but they're out there listening to your guys' music. We thank you for that.
It's no problem, really. I mean, why do I make music? I make it so people like yourself can appreciate it, you know? So, I mean, these people that talk all this garbage, who cares, you know? I mean, I could give two shits what they think about me and my music. So, my website, the other day I logged in. I will pop in to www.dicky/McFeely.com. And I popped in, and there was 3 people there. And I could personally talk to each and every one of these people. I talked to them. Not with my voice, but with my keystrokes. You have to excuse my pussy.
Do you have a nice pussy? I'm sure that's not the first time you've heard that before.
No, I quite frequently I'll have guys over, we'll be playing poker, and one of my female fans, they'll just walk by with their clitoris hanging out, and there's always comments on my pussies.
That's got to be the life of the rock star, man. That's got to be one of the most insane times for anyone. Do you have anything you would like to add here? We're live. We can ask. We can do whatever. It's up to you. It's your show, Dicky.
Well, actually, we'd probably better be wrapping it up. I got to get on the road, you know. I mean, people think the life of a rock star is all... you know, berries and cream, but it ain't, you know. I've got to go. I got to write some songs, get on the bus, and try to sleep when the bus is hurtling down the road. So, I just want to say the album that we've been working on will probably be out early 2007. It's called Chinese Anarchy. I got my friend Chicken Thigh Head is working on it with me. He's a shredder, you know. He's not from Turtles, but like with a guitar. With a guitar, he's a shredder. His fingers are amazing. So we will probably have Chinese Anarchy out into early 2007. And you should pick it up because we're taking it in a whole new direction. I mean, there'll be elements that people will recognize, but it's with a twist, you know, like a twist of lime. But it should be super.
I actually heard I didn't want to bring this up because I didn't know what side it might touch you on, but a leaked lyric from a song I heard. Is it okay if I ask you this to verify? A leaked lyric from the song I heard was, I want to have a birthday party for a lot of 5-year-old children and spoon feed each one of them out of a king goblet. Trucker come, and the rest of it's untranslated because the song is just so fucking badass.
I know that we actually, me and Bernie Taupin worked on that one, and it's going to be a shredder, you know, and it's just licks from nowhere. You've never heard guitar work like Chicken Thigh Head, and he really opens a whole new door to a new plane of existence. These lyrics that Mr. Taupin wrote, some people, like I said, just like the old hits, some people will probably try to say that it means one thing or this thing or that thing, you know. But like I said, every song can be interpreted at least 2 different ways. Okay, a lot of people don't know from the States, like yourself, that Trucker Come actually in Britain, in GB, means a lollipop. A lollipop. I mean, there's nothing wrong with feeding children lollipops. Some people will probably say, stateside, that it's something else, but don't listen to them. I mean, it's all subjective. The children in GB will probably take this 9 times platinum. Okay, the children alone.
I agree, and I bet the numbers can even exceed that. This is going to be the end of our segment here with my name's Bill Carthridge with the Rolling Stone Online. Check us out at www.rollingstone.com, and also check out our guests, like I know most of you do. Our guest here, Dicky McFeely. His website is www.dicky.com/McFeely.com, and it's really been an honor to have you here. I mean, you've turned down interviews with Larry King Live, Diane Sawyer, Oprah, pretty much anyone except for the Barbara Walters and me. So that as a journalist, that puts me on a really high up pedestal. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks for being so civil. You know, a lot of people aren't. You know, I could tell that you're a human being. You're not some animal like Barbara Walters, you know, or Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell, she just kept wanting to see all my pics that I've received from the internet of women. I don't know what she was going with that. I thought she had a child. I thought she had one with Sir Elton John. I'd heard they'd conceived a child with David Crosby or something, you know. But so some people, you know, they don't even know what they're talking about.
And we thank you very much. And to our viewers out there, check out our sites, and thank you for watching.
Thank you very much. Rock on, America. In Kazakhstan, we stopped by Norway. We have a huge following in Norway. I want to say hi to all my Norway fans. I believe they're called Norwegians. But we're very big there, very large. Last night I played a show. There was about at least 75 people there, and they were nuts. It was a nice show. One woman actually exposed herself, and
she showed her vagina.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The question was for you, rock star Dicky McFeely. Well, I'll get to the question in a second. First, I would just like to say how surprised and how welcome we all feel to have you here, because you don't do a lot of interviews, do you?
Not too many, actually. I've had some. Barbara Walters was very rude. She's very terse. She's not a people person, you know.
I know what you mean.
She doesn't make small talk. She's all business, and I care about people, you know. That's why I do this. It's for the people, because I know they need to know how I express myself through my music, where I get my inspirations, and my libations.
Anyway, the question, how's business been? Not business, but how's business been on your neck of the woods?
Pretty good. We just wrapped up a tour of, we were in Bulgaria.
And on your neck of the woods.
Listen to this. Pretty good. That'll probably be on the new album.
It's pretty amazing to all you that heard that right now live going down.
I'm self-taught, actually. I can't read music a lick, but I am self-taught on the guitar, the mandolin, the banjo, and the xylophone.
This is Bill Cathridge here with the legendary rock star Dicky McFeely here for Rolling Stone. We're doing our live broadcast here for RollingStone.com, and we're proud and we're lucky to have Dicky McFeely here. So, Dicky, anyway, so how's business been?